Hey everybody, Danielle here. I'm doing a playthrough of Too Many Bones. I will be using Tantrum. I am somewhat new to using Tantrum, so I may make some mistakes, especially on how the abilities might work, but hopefully if I can catch it after the fact, I'll place any corrections within either the description or as a comment within the video itself. So I'll go ahead and start. So like I said, I've got Tantrum. I am using the easy mode, so I add 2 to the health. So I'll be placing 6 health chips under Tantrum. And then we already have the Rage die set here in the active slot on 1.0. So it's a closer look. This is the 1.0 die. So you just place it in the active slot. I have these ready to go here. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be on the mat yet, but I did put it there. If it's less confusing, I'll just put it above the mat. This way it's ready to go if I need to roll up to the 2.0 or 3.0 rage die. We also start with Axe Collector on 0, and then we also have the body count on 0 as well. So those will be used throughout the game. Body count will increase every time I personally, which in a solo game, I will be defeating some of the baddies. So body count will go up to 5. And at any time, I'll be able to use it on my turn to gain the health that's on this die in terms of value. So if it was a 3, I'll gain 3 health and I roll it back down to 0. And then for for Axe Collector, should be here, there will be some opportunities for me to gain axes, and I'll be able to decrease it by 1 and deal 2 damage to a non-adjacent baddie on my turn. So that's how those currently work. My strategy at first, as recommended, will try to get like a kobold and like a wolf. They're not dependent on each other to get, but these would be the 3, like a worm would be the 3 to possibly get immediately. Cripple's also a good one to get as well. And then eventually you could get strengthened. What else here? So we're going to have the day counter here. It's going to be tracked with this D20, but it's going to be off screen. I want you to see most of the action. We do start on round 1. This is the round die. Goes up all the way up to I think it's going to be around 6 essentially, but then that's when everyone starts taking 1 damage at the beginning of each round. Alright, so right now we are at the start of the game. We are going to be going up against the Goblin King. So we'll need 8 progress points, and we'll only have 12 days to do this. Okay, and then I'm going to start with a loot. I believe that is part of the easy mode. I can double check real quick. So if we look at the easy mode, actually it does not say to start with a loot. All it says is add 2 to your Gearlock's HP stat, gain 1 training point before starting day 1. And also if you're KO'd during your adventure, dice in your locked slots may remain, so that's good. Anything in my locked slots would stay. Alright, so I guess I should roll for that extra training point that I have. I'm going to try to roll for the defense. So let's get the defense die. Alright, I rolled a bone, but for defense, if you roll a bone, you can re-roll. And I rolled a bone again, so let's try to instead get another attack die. And I got it, so I'll be able to add 1 to the attack die. Although my dexterity is still at 3, I'll only be able to roll 3 attack dice, at least on the next turns. If I on the next day, if I gain another training point, I'll add 1 to dexterity, and then I'll be able to get the 4. But at least I secured that 4 for now. And yeah, let's get started. So I do have the encounter cards here. Let's see what we've got going on. So this is special encounter, leaving Obendar. Forgive me if I have any pronunciation mispronunciations here. It says only 12 hours till dawn and the send-off ceremony that will no doubt change the lives of every remaining Gearlock and likely every life in Daelor Weapons and supplies are ready to go, but the night is young and adrenaline fills the veins. It's clear no sleep will be had tonight. There's sure to be some shady peddlers in dark alleys, ready to deal in loot. Then again, some last-minute training could pay a nice dividend by morning. So what to do? What to do? So that's like the story part. Then we have these two options, and I think I'll probably go with the one where I could gain 2 training points versus gaining a training point and a loot. So let's go with the top choice, gaining 2 training points. That's what those 2 icons show us here. So we'll go ahead and gain 2 training points. And then on the bottom left, you'll see the progress point that we gain as well. So I'll be tracking it on this die, which will also be off camera. So we'll be on 1 progress point, and I'll gain 2 training points. So the first training point will be the dexterity, and then the second training point will be an attempt on gaining defense, and I got it. So we'll gain 1 defense. Unfortunately, Tantrum only starts with 0, so that's not great, but that's how it is. All right, so day 2. Let's see what we've got in store for us. We have hardly out the gate. 15 steps into the journey. 15 steps, and already a gearlock boot is struck through by an arrow. Luckily, no toes were killed. Teeth are clenched, and a painful tug is made while looking around in embarrassment. Yow. Now, sufficiently ticked, it's time to return the favor to the ominous figures at the edge of the woods. A commotion breaks out atop the city wall, interrupting all thoughts. Guards have now spotted the brazen intruders and are notching their arrows. Their help is at the ready. Like it or not, this adventure is underway. Okay, so we've got a bit going on here. We have hail the guards for help, which says BQ baddie points. So baddie points is equal to the day number times the number of adventures. So there's just 1, which is me. So day 2 times 1 is 2 baddie points. So I'll be gaining baddies into the baddie queue based off of just 2 points. So it'll be 2 1-point baddies coming in. All right. So it says at the start of each round, arrows from the wall deal 1 true damage to each baddie. And this is recommended for first-time adventurers. Then the second one says it's time to show Bendar what gearlocks are made of. So it's just baddie points. So I think at this point, I will say I'm going to go for the second one, the bottom choice. This way I could gain a training point as well here, and then everybody will gain a training point and the a loot as well if this is a success. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll gain 2 baddies, 1 point each, and we'll place them onto the battle mat here. So we'll get chip number 1. Flip this over. This is a clay golem. It has a keyword break, so that means any time that I use attack dice to attack it, it actually becomes exhausted, which is not going to be helpful. I won't be able to use it on the next fight until the battle is completely over. It also comes in with 5 health. It's going to go on the blue, the number 1 column, and it will go on the row for melee because it has a melee icon on it. So that will be there. I'll get the initiative die. It's going to be a number 2. And then the second baddie, this is a troll brute. So you can see it has thick skin 1 and careless. So if it has it rolls bones, then it will do careless 1 damage to itself. It has an initiative of 1, so it'll come in with the green die on 1. And you order these from highest to lowest. So the 2 is above the 1 at this point. And the troll brute will come in with 3 life, and it will go on the second column since it's the second baddie to come in from the baddie queue, and it's going to go on the melee as well because it also is a melee. Now it's my turn to see where I end up going. I roll my initiative die, and I got a 4. So that means I go to the top of the initiative because it is the highest number, and I'll be able to go first during this battle. So at this point, I can go only on this part of the map because Tantrum is a melee, which says right here on the map. And I'll place it right here. There's really no point in me going any further because it's a melee and I don't want to waste dexterity, which is the number of movements I can do on moving closer to any of the baddies I need to destroy here. And with that, I might also want to explain that your dexterity is also the limit of dice you're supposed to be able to roll. So I have 4 dexterity. So if I use 2 for movement, I can only use the remaining 2 dexterity for the number of dice to roll. And right now I have a total of 4 attack dice and 1 defense dice I could potentially roll. And I could use any combination of that to roll the dexterity value number of dice. So we'll go ahead and start. So we have me. I'm going to go first since I had the highest initiative. And I have a total of 4 dice that I will roll. And I think I'm actually just going to all roll the 4 attack. So we'll get the attack dice. They have the gray backgrounds and the swords. And of course some bones. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so this was a great attack. Oh, I should probably state that I was attacking Troll Brute. Because if I attacked Clay Golem, then it actually would have taken all of my attack dice here to be exhausted. And that would count towards my limit here, I believe. So that's not smart of me to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is definitely dead. Even though Troll Brute has thick skin, decreasing the value of my attack by 1. So essentially 4 would hit. It only has 3 life, so it's going to die. And because I attacked, this rage die increases by 0.2, so it's at 1.2 right now. And if I wanted to exhaust the rage die immediately, I would be able to gain a bone and put it in my bone slot, which is in the backup plan. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to kind of keep it there. Body count also goes up by 1 because I just defeated a baddie. So now we also have to remove the die that it belongs to. So I will be removing, oh, for some reason I think I used the green die instead of the purple die before, but let's just say that was, you remove it from the initiative. And now the next baddie will go, and it will be the Clay Golem. It can attack me right now because I am adjacent to it. So it's going to be rolling 1 attack die. So you can see that here, the attack number. So it's 1. It's going to roll 1 and see what happens. It got 1 hit on me. So I'll remove 1 health chip. Alright, now we go to round 2. And I'm up and I will roll 4 dice. And they will all be... Yeah, let's roll all 4 and see what happens. So I got a bone, which I'll place in there, and 3 attack dice. So I'll do 1, 2, 3 to the Clay Golem. But all 3 of these dice are exhausted now at this point. So let me place them here since I don't have room. To the left of your mat, you would put the exhausted dice. I'm just going to place them up here for now. So that means next turn I won't be able to actually roll 3 of my attack dice. And I only have 1 more attack dice to roll. Alright, so now it is the Clay Golem. They're going to roll 1 attack die. And they got 1 again. So they hit me for 1. So actually that's my second attack, so this should be 1.4. Remember that. It's a lot of management here with Tantrum, it seems. Alright, so now we're on to round 3. I'm up. I will roll my 1 attack die and then the remaining defense. It's just 1 die, so I can only roll 2, although my dexterity is 4. Alright, I got 2 defense, which is good. I'll put them right here, the active, so that I could use it later. And then 1 attack. So this is interesting because I only have 4 attack dice and they're all exhausted right now, which means I can't actually hit it for anything. at this point. But anyway, this should be 1.6. I could gain three bones if I wanted to. So I think I'll exhaust this die and gain 3 bones. 1, 2, 3. And now that I've reached the axe collector, I think I will use all 4 of my bones to make the axe collector value up to 3. And I guess it would be in my best interest to try to move away and not be adjacent to clay golem so that I could utilize my axe collector and deal 2 damage to it and kill it without attack dice. So that'll be helpful. Alright, so we have clay golem. It'll roll the 1 attack die. And it hits me for 1, but the defense is hit. So now we just have 1 left. I believe it just goes down by 1. And now it's round 4. I'm up and I will move with my dexterity just right here and utilize my axe collector. I'll decrease it by 1 to do 2 damage to the clay golem, which kills it because it only had 1 health chip left. Alright, hopefully I played that well. I may have made some mistakes here and there, but overall, this is the beginning of the campaign, so it shouldn't be too hard. So everything clears from here. I'll place the die for rage back at 1.0. And yeah, body count should be up to 2 now because I finished killing one of the, the other baddie. So let's see what we get. We get a training point, and a loot. So we'll go ahead and do that. So let's get a loot. I'll get herbs. It has 3 uses. So I heal myself for 1 HP in battle. So I will keep this on the side here. And we should be in good shape. And then now we have 2 training points, which I definitely want. So I'll increase the defense. Let's see if I roll any bones. If I do, I can re-roll. Nope, I got it. So defense will be now at 2, and then I'll increase the dexterity to 2. So now I have a total of 5 dexterity. I have 4 attack and 2 defense. Okay. So I think at this point we've reached the end of the day. I'm just going to reference my sheet here, which is very useful, the Gearlock Adventuring Reference Guide. So we had a success. So we basically divide spoils and apply training points, log progress. So my progress is now at 2, and then we're on day 2, and now we're on a new day. So I'll change this to day 3, and we'll see what's coming up for us now. Crossing the Cybron River, a glistening vein of trade running the length of Daylor, playfully beckons as it shimmers in the daylight up ahead. But with so few bridges in these parts, this crossing is an obvious spot for enemy scouts and traps. A journey of this importance leaves only 2 options. Tucking the ears and trying to blend in is risky, but efficient. A boat at dusk carries less chance of discovery, but requires a business with the Molnar, a trading syndicate with their own set of drawbacks. So we've got some choices here. It says tuck your ears and walk like a commoner. So you can roll a d6 for each Gearlock in the party, and then if you roll a 1 or 2, your party is spotted, and you have to find your first tyrant encounter in your deck and place it on top. Then you shuffle the remaining cards and keep them underneath. Oof. Or you can hire the Molnar, which essentially says shuffle special encounter Molnar traders into your encounter deck. So that's a card you might have in a deck box right now within your game box, in case you haven't explored the special encounter deck yet. But I think I'll just go for the top one because you could get a training point with that, and I'm all about that. So we'll roll a d6, and hopefully we do not get a 1 or 2. So let's see. I got a 3. That was close. All right. So perfect. We So let's see. We get 1 training point and a progress point and another progress point. So we get 2 progress points. And then, let's see. We'll get 1 training point. So training point, I will put on defense, I think. We gotta roll a defense die for that, okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna roll increase dexterity by 1. This way I can roll all these dice, because right now attack and defense total 6. So we'll just leave it at that for that training point. Alright, so no attacks happened, so the rage and the body count didn't change. Okay, cool. So we'll go to day 4. And we'll see what we have. It says, trust your gut. Rarely do I second guess my gut, but today might be the day. And an inevitable battle awaits me up ahead. But there are 2 distinctly different camps blocking the way. The first appears to be filled with swarms of underlings and new recruits. The second camp, though less populous, only contains burly and battle-tested foes. While I enjoy hacking and slashing my way through countless Eban as much as the next gearlock, at some point I will run out of steam. My gut says to second guess my gut, but my gut is also very hungry, and now my head hurts. So this is actually one of those solo encounter cards. You'll see solo at the bottom. It got shuffled into the encounter deck. So the 2 choices says, I'm a sucker for a good old hack and slash. So BQ, baddie Q, is made up of baddie points. So right now it will be 4 baddie points, and you can only use 1 point baddies, which would have been the case because I did not reach 5 baddies yet. And then for the first 3 rounds of battle, any baddies that are defeated are added to the bottom of the BQ, so they come back. So it might be in your best interest not to completely defeat them, at least until the end of the round 3. I've got speed, time for some kiting. BQ is 2 5-point melee baddies. For this battle, you may move up to 3 positions at the end of your turn. So the 5-point melee baddies are pretty interesting because that means they have to be melee. You're gonna have to look at them and make sure they're melee. So I think at this point I'd rather do the bottom one because it is 2 less baddies I will have to deal with, and they don't come back. So we'll choose the second choice. So let's do 2 5-point melee baddies. We're gonna have to take a look at them. And these are both melee, which is great. So let's see. It's gonna go here. And this is a Troll Enforcer. It has 5 health. And then an initiative die of 2. And then we have this one. This is a Griffin Howler. It is a melee, so it's gonna go right here with 5 health chips. And an initiative die of 5. So it's pretty high up there. And now I'm going to roll my initiative die. I got a 5 as well, and I choose to put myself all the way at the top. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 health. I could have a max of 6, which is good. I'll place myself right here. It doesn't really matter. And it's going to be the start of the battle now. So I'm going to go first. And I think I'm going to use my consumable now, the body count. Heal up 2. So I'm at my max, which is 6. And then I'm going to attack with 6 dice. So I'll roll 4 attack and 2 defense. And I'm going to target the Griffin Howler because it has Signal 1. And so Signal 1, I think, is, you know, at the start of its turn, it will add 1 baddie to the BQ. So at the end of that round, it's going to come into the battle mat, and there'll be a 3rd baddie I don't want to attack. So let's hope I get to hit this for at least 5. All right. So did not get to hit it for 5. Got to hit it for 3, but I got 2 bones and 2 defense. So it's got hit for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this goes up to 1.2. And then I've got 0 body count right now because I did not defeat anything. All right, the next person to go will be the Griffin Howler. It has dive and flight, so let's give it flight. So at this point, it didn't have flight until now, so not at the start of the turn, I believe. So I don't think dive goes off, but unfortunately it does signal 1, so I'm going to put 1 in the baddie queue right here, and we'll have to put that in once we hit round 2. It's going to roll 3 attack dice at me. and it hits all three. So it's going to hit the 2 shields first, and then I'll take 1 health chip off. All right. And then we have the Troll Enforcer. It has Thick Skin 1 and Taunt if it rolls bones. It's going to roll 3 attack dice and 2 defense dice, targeting me, obviously. Oh, it's got 1 defense, roll the bones, so it doesn't have taunt. So I'll have to put that there. I'm gonna have to target that one no matter what, and it's gonna hit me for 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm at 2 health right now, which is unfortunate. So I'm actually going to use probably my loot at the end. So round 2, this baddie comes in on number 3. It has Mischief 1 and Careless on bones, and comes in with 3 health. And it is a range, so it doesn't have to move to hit me. And it's gonna go all the way at the bottom of the initiative. So it's my turn, and let's see what I will do. I'm gonna have to attack the Troll Enforcer, unfortunately. So let's roll my attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I have Axe Collector, so I think I'm gonna decrease that by 1 and deal 2 damage to a non-adjacent baddie, which is the Goblin Enforcer. So we'll do that at that point, and then I've got 6 dice I could roll, 4 attack and 2 defense. Again, I have to attack the Troll Enforcer, which has taunt. Okay, so I have a total of 3 defense, which is pretty good. Total of 3 attacks and the bones. So this was a 1 attack. So I've got 3 on him with the 1 defense, and I'll take 2 off of him. And that'll be my turn, I think. So body count stays. I did attack, so it's 1.4 on the rage die. So at this point, I could do, I could gain 2 bones and possibly use the recoup backup plan. So recoup, let me just refresh my memory on what exactly recoup means. Let's see. Heal Tantrum for 4 HP. So I think I might actually use this die and exhaust it. And I'm not sure if I could do that now, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I essentially will have gained 2 bones. I'm going to use all my bones at this point. And recoup, which means gain 4 health. So I'll gain 4 health. So now I'm at my 6 health again. Alright, so that's my turn. Now the Griffin Howler will go. It does have dive and flight. So let's see. So this says, for flight, at the end of this unit's turn, place a flight effect die on it. If this effect is already there, remove it. While in flight, this unit is untargetable. And then, let's see, it says dive. If the flight die is active at the start of its turn, immediately place this unit adjacent to the weakest available opposing unit. So dive is actually not too useful unless it wasn't close to me. But anyway, it has flight, which will be removed at the end of the game. It has signal 1, so we're going to add a 1-point baddie to the baddie queue, which will come in at the end of this round. It's going to attack me with 3 attack dice. All right, it rolled 3 attacks, so it's going to hit me for 3, which I happen to have 3 defense already. So that's that. Flight is removed, and now it is the Troll Enforcer's turn. So again, it has taunt, and it will roll 3 and 2 defense. Oh boy. So it's got 2 defense, and it's getting me for 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So this battle looks a little sad right now. All right, so we have Goblin Bomber. There's Mischief. It would remove any of my active dice. I don't have any. It does have Careless. I'll roll 1 of the attack dice, targeting me. It's got 1, and of course it does hit me for 1. Okay, that was unfortunate. This is not good. All right, round 3. So round 3 is my turn. I only have 2 life left. At this point, I could use Axe Collector 1 last time. And I think I'll just use it on this one, because it's the only one I can target. Oops, so it would still be here. Hold on. I have to bring in this baddie here. This is melee, coming in with 3. All right, at the bottom. All right, so now I'll do what I wanted to do and kill off that baddie. Remove that, and then we should be good. All right, so I'll go ahead and attack with my 4 attack dice. Actually, I think I need more defense. But how am I gonna get rid of this troll enforcer if it has so much defense and thick skin? Goodness. So I think I'm gonna have to take the chance of just rolling my 4 attacks and 2 defense. All right, 2, 4, 5, 6. Got 2 defense and bones. So 6. So 2 of them come off. So that's 4 damage. My thick skin is 1, is 3, and that's all I needed to kill this one. Just 3. Perfect. Wow, that was a really lucky roll, I guess. Remove that from the initiative. All right. So there we go. That's that. Body count is 1 at this point, and I think I'll just use it immediately and gain 1 health because I might need it. Okay, so now we have the Griffin Howler. It's gonna roll 3 attack dice. It's gonna hit me for 3. It's also gonna signal a baddie. Okay, it's gonna hit me for 3, but I've got 2 defense, and I'll remove 1 health chip for the 3rd. And now we have Troll Romper, which, oh, did I forget about the Careless previous turn? I may have, but let's see. I think it actually hit me. Got a bone, so it's going to hit itself for 1. Wow, okay, I survived that one. So there's round 4. This baddie comes in. Alright, we have a Troll Romper. So this will be a melee, coming in with 3 life. And then I'll put the any die here at the bottom. I'll go first, and I can target anybody at this point. What should I do? The one with the most threat is the Griffin Howler, because it could roll 3 attack dice. So I'm gonna try to do that. Let's do that. Alright, so I roll the bones. Total of 3 attacks, so it's definitely dead. And then 2 shields. Alright, so now I have 1 body count again, and I think I'm going to use it just in case and gain that 1 life, 1 health. Alright, so now it is, that gets removed, the Troll Romper. The Troll Romper will roll 1 attack die. And of course I got 2, removing both my defense dice. And now it is going to be the other Troll Romper. And it's going to roll 1. It got me for 1. Alright, so I have 2 health chips left. And we go to round 5. This is the last round before we start hitting ourselves. And I'll roll 1, 2... all the dice I can, because I'm not moving, and I'm going to go and attack this one on the left, since it has 3 health chips. Alright, so I got a total of 4 and 1 defense and bones. I'll go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's dead. So got that going on. This goes up by 1 for the body count. Gonna use it right away and gain 1. Alright, and do I want to use my backup plan? I'll go to waste if I don't. I can't really do much with it. Actually, I don't even have my, because I already exhausted the rage die this turn. Alright, anyway, let's see. Troll Romper will roll 1 die. Rolled 1 attack, so it's going to hit me for 1, going into the defense die there. And round 6, so we all take 1 damage, and I'll do my attack is 4 attack and 2 defense. I should be able to get this no problem, even with the thick skin one. Alright, yep, I got 4 attack, 1 defense, bones. So I think I'll use the bones right away. This will be a 3. and this will be dead. My body count goes up by 1. Alright, and defense doesn't matter, gets removed. I survived with 2 life left. And we'll reset this. So it was a success. Very cool. Alright, so success on the second one. So I've got 2 training points and a loot. So we'll get the loot. It says select one of your consumable skill dice and place it in its spot on your mat. It is now available for use. Let's do that right away, I guess. And I'll use it on the Horn O Berserker. So that is die number 12. So let's find that one. Here it is. And with that, this is a consumable. So let me just read up on that one. I haven't used it yet. So this one, the consumable, I'm guessing it's just one-time use. I'm not sure how consumables work. I forget. But anyway, the dice icon shows may use this in your backup plan. After use, place back in its skill slot. Okay, so it comes back. Okay, so if I roll the bones, it can use it here in any of these slots, but after I use it, it comes back. And then if I get this icon, which is like 3 arrows going up, that means all gear locks move to the top of the enemy meter at the end of this round. But you do have to maintain the gear lock order, doesn't matter in solo. And then if I roll this number 5, it says disorient all, place stun effect dice on all number point or less baddies. So I guess it's 5. On all 5-point baddies or less. Okay. Good to know. That's how that works if I wanted to use it. Okay, so 2 training points we get. So let me try to increase my dexterity. So it'll be going up to 4. So that'll be 7. And I want to try my attack. I got it. So it'll be 5, 6, 7 for defense. Okay. Alright, so at this point, we have gained a progress point. So that's 5 progress points. And we just finished day 4, so we're going to day 5. But for recovery, I do want to rest and recover. So I'll heal to full HP. So 1, 2. So I could gain 4 because I have 4 health. Alright, so I'm back up to 6. And let's see about the next day. A dire situation. My desire to sleep is clashing with my fear of being eaten by wolves. These torches only burn for so long. Must stay awake. Jolted from my involuntary slumber, my sleeping gear becomes a tornado of chaos as I scramble from under my blanket. A few dying embers flicker weakly in the expiring fire, giving just enough light to see nothing at all. I look up to find some moonlight through the trees, but my view of the night sky is suddenly eclipsed by the evil glow of 2 huge yellow eyes. As I slowly stand, my stomach turns as I realize I'm still only half the beast's size at best. I desperately fumble through my belt for a weapon that's not there, and this direwolf looks hungry. Alright, the 2 choices here. Battle Q, 1 point and 5-point wolf. Cannot use skill dice until after the first 2 rounds of battle. Or 1 point and 5-point wolf. Can only use skill dice the first 2 rounds of battle. Yeah, let's do the first one, I think. Okay, so let's do that. Let me try to remember to put this one back. This comes back, the rage die comes back at 1.0 at the top of the active. And we'll find a 1-point wolf, I guess. Let's see. Is there a wolf here? I don't know. Should I not be looking in here? A wolf pup? Is that the same? Yeah, I think so. So a 1-point wolf. And then a 5-point. Here you go. Alright. So the 5 has to go out first because it is higher. I think that's how it works. It's gonna go on slot 1. This is a melee. I'll go right here with 6 health. Initiative 4. And then we have this one, the Direwolf pup, and it comes in with 3 health. It is also a melee. It goes right here. And it has initiative of 3. Alright, I'll roll my initiative die. It's a 4. I'll place it right on top, and I will place myself. Guess at this point I'll place myself here in case I want to use my axe. And just so you know, the Direwolf pup has lashback 1, and then Direwolf has lashback 2. And what that means is any turn this unit is damaged by an adjacent opposing unit, this unit will then deal that number of damage back. So as long as it was not defeated, so as long as it's still alive, the wolf pup will deal me back 1 hit, and the Direwolf will deal me back 2. So that's unfortunate, but that's how the game goes. So let's see. I will go first, and I'll roll 7 dice. It'll be 5 attack and 2 defense. I'm attacking the wolf pup. Alright, got some bones, 2 defense, and 3 attack, which is just enough to kill it. So this goes up to 1.2. I have another body count. Remove the any die, and then I think we're good. I could do the axe collector, decreasing the number to 2 and deal 2 damage because this was not adjacent to me. And we'll move on to the Direwolf's turn. It's going to move to me so that I'm adjacent, and it will attack me with 4 attack dice. It rolled 1 bone and 3 attack, so it will hit me with the defense for 2 and then 1 attack left, so I had to remove 1 chip. Now we're at round 2. I'll go ahead and do my attacks. So I'll roll 5, 6, 7 for 2 defense. And got plenty of bones, which I might want to start thinking about using. And I have 4, which finishes the Direwolf. So this goes up to 1.4, and this goes up to 3 body count. And I could do a recoup and gain 4 life back. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what can I do? I could do a get angry, removing 1. And get angry, I think it just increases my increase Tantrum's rage die by 0.2, so it's going to be 0.6. And I think, can I only use a backup plan once per turn? Is that right? Let me just double check here in the rule book. Yeah, I have to find the part where it says backup plan. That'd be helpful. Okay. I'm never good at finding the things I need in the rule books. Let me just look at the index here. So we're looking for backup plan. All right, page 13. So it says only 1 BP skill may be used per turn. Okay, so I used it. So these are all lost at the end of the round. All right, so I think we're fine. All right, round 1. Okay, so what do we get? We get 2 training points and a loot. So what do my loot say? Tawaran gem, single use. Merchants will offer you a trove loot chest in exchange for this gem. All right. Oh, that's fine. And I will use increase my health by 1 to a maximum of 7. And then I'll try to increase my defense got a 2, so that's good. Right there, just for the option. And then we gain 1 progress point, so we're at 6. And then we move on to day 6. All right. Ooh, I think the body count, should it go up by 1 more? I think it will, yeah. So it should go up to 4. Okay, so the sky bridge is a cakewalk. At least that's what I tell myself as I hang on for dear life. 1,000 arrow lengths up in the sky. Unfortunately, this ancient rope bridge connecting the 2 mountain ridges is more ancient than it is bridge. There's an unknown party on my tail, and a trading post waiting beyond the ridge ahead. Only seconds remain to make one of 2 ill-advised choices. I could turn and fight on this tangle of rotting rope and wood. The other option, hightail it to the other side while dodging arrows from behind. If I make it, I can cut the ropes and send my pursuers on a one-way trip to the bottom of the canyon. All right, so this is day 6, and let's see what we've got. Line them up and try not to throw up. BQ, baddie points. We're on day 6. That means we'll have, well, it says add 2 baddie points to your total. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So we'll have 1 5-point baddie, and 3 1-point baddies. That's a lot. Goodness. So it says battle is restricted to lane 1 for both sides. Ooh, okay. And you fight only 1 baddie at a time. Remaining baddies wait in BQ. Okay, that's not terrible. Scramble across and cut the bridge. Baddie points. Reveal baddies. For every ranged baddie, roll 2 attack dice and remove HP from your gear lock. Wow. You had to survive for encounter success. Yeah, let's do the second one. So baddie points is 6. I'll choose a 5 and then the 1. So for each that's a range, we'll roll 2 attack dice and remove HP. This is a range. This is not a range. So I'll roll 2 attack dice, and for every success I remove 2. It says roll 2 and remove number HP from your gear lock. Yeah. So unfortunately I think that's 3. Which is not great. So I only have 2 life, but I do have 4 body count that I can add. Anyway, so this comes in on the 1. Comes in with 6 health chips. Has poison 2 and rage 2. This is a manticore, and this is a range. Then we have this baddie coming in on lane 2 with 3 life. Is Troll Brute, Thick Skin 1, Careless on bones. It's gonna come in right here. So the any die for the manticore is a 3 to come in on 3, and the Troll Brute comes in on a 1. All right, and then let's see where I come in. A 3, oh, right there. Okay, so my turn. I'm gonna use the body count immediately to gain 4 health. I do have 1 more health available to me because my max is now 7, but I'll keep it there just like that. You know what I keep forgetting, guys? I'm supposed to increase the rage every time I also get hit or lose a health chip, which I haven't been doing. I've been only increasing it when I attacked. So that's unfortunate, because obviously as the higher it gets, the more stronger the effects are. So anyway, we'll keep it at that. I guess I can't help with it at this point. So I'll place myself here, I guess, and then I'll start. So I can roll a total of 7 dice. I'll roll 5 attack and 2 defense, targeting the Troll Brute. All right, 4, 5, 6. All right, so Thick Skin reduces it to 5, but I only have 3 life, so it is dead. And that is an attack, so it's going to go to 1.8. And then I do a increase on the body count. I got 3 bones, I think. Hopefully I didn't ruin that. And then Get Angry, I'll use on my turn. And this will be now 2.0. So the second rage die is being used. And then I'll go ahead and we'll have to actually remove this any die. And you know what? I should have used the Axe Collector, so let's decrease that and deal 2 damage to Manticore. Alright, and this is going to give me poison 2 on its turn. So I'll have to take 2 damage on the start. This on my turn. It has Rage 2. And Rage 2 means if this unit is not at full HP, it gains additional attack dice, which is 2. So right now it's not at its full, so it's going to gain 2 and roll 2 attack. It's going to hit me for 3. I have no shield, so I'm taking 3. So how much do I have left? I have 3 health chips left, and that's the Manticore's turn. Round 2, my turn. I get hit with 2 damage. 1, 2. I have 1 life left. This goes down to 1 poison. And at this point, I'm gonna probably have to use a... I got herbs during battle, so yeah. Gonna have to do that. All right, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Don't know, maybe I'll just replace one of that with the defense, because the defense is something I need right now. So I'm rolling 3 defense and 4 attack. All right, so plenty of defense, and I got 3 attack here. 1 2 3. All right, in the bones. So 3 attack. 1 2 3. And I think I'll just finish off using my axe to do 2 damage to a non-adjacent, which is this one. Alright, so this went up by 2.2 when I got hit before, and now when I attacked it's 2.4. This is a body count of 2, and I could, yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it keep going up. The poison, everything goes away. And that was a success, barely. I had 1 life left. But anyway, I gained 2 training points and a progress point, so we're at 7 progress points. We need 1 more to be able to even meet the Goblin King. Alright, so training points. I think I'll get a Like a Kobold as 1. So number 7. And then I'll increase the dexterity to 8. Alright. I'm gonna do a full recovery here. So I'm gonna have 7 life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already have 1 here for 7. And then it's a new day. Day 7. Alright. Wow, this video is almost 1 hour long, so I actually think I would, yeah, I actually think I'm going to have to clear these. Yeah, I'm probably going to end the video after this one, since hopefully you have a good idea of how this game works. But yeah, this will be probably the last round. So this says Unwanted Affection. The day began innocently enough. I encountered a rare Gearlock family living a quiet life at the foot of a hill. Their child had been kidnapped by raiders days ago. Given our scarce population, I immediately set out on a successful rescue mission. Now I'm back, and the parents are applying heavy pressure. Our little one will be safer with you than with us. It looks like you could use a companion anyway. You could use someone to help you scavenge food and water. Truth be told, the raiders paid me to take this little Gearlock back. The gold coins they handed me came with a warning that this youngling was unlucky. Oh boy. Of course, there's no battle in this one when I end it, but this says, my skills are my companions. Okay, that's lame, but really no thanks. Says the father is crushed and berates you for your decision. You feel bad. Reduce your HP stat die by 1 if possible. And this one says unlucky, huh? Does that mean it's unlucky to say no? So you reluctantly agree, and you and your new buddy prepare to head out. That is until your new best friend trips and drops your pack down the well by accident, of course. So choose 3 skill dice to exhaust at the start of your next battle. Keep this card in your prep area as a reminder. Wow. So at this point, I think I would probably just reduce my stat die by 1 since I increased it so much. So yeah, I would just put it there. But anyway, at the end of this, you gain 1 training point and 1 progress. So I will be at 8 progress, which means I actually could meet the Goblin King if I wanted to. And I would roll probably to, actually I'll probably get the like a wolf die, which is this one, and add it to my battle map, into my playmat. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. I know it was a bit long and hopefully I didn't get too many things wrong, but you know, at the end of the day, it really is just about having fun. Although, you know, it does help that if you win or lose, you know that you played correctly. So I appreciate it if you have any corrections or updates to how I should have played in terms of strategy. That would be awesome. I know I definitely played the rage die a little wrong because I didn't increase it every time I took damage the way I believe I should have. But regardless, this was very fun for me, and I hope it was just as fun for you. Thank you for watching.